Liverpool are heading into a crucial stage of the season, and early indications suggest Arne Slot's approach to the January transfer window may raise more questions than answers. With the squad navigating inconsistency and injuries, supporters had hoped the upcoming window would bring clarity and decisive action. Instead, emerging details hint at a strategy that could divide opinion and leave many wondering whether the club is fully prepared for what lies ahead. Slot's plan, while not without logic, is already prompting debate over whether Liverpool are taking the right risks at the right time. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. But first, Liverpool could target Bournemouth forward Antoine Semenyo in either January or at the end of the season, with details emerging of a cut-price summer release clause. Semenyo can leave Bournemouth for a set fee either in the first 2 weeks of the January transfer window or after the current campaign concludes. It was widely reported at the start of the week that the Ghana international was available mid-season if clubs pay £60 million plus £5 million in add-ons, with Liverpool among those interested. But transfer journalist Fabrizio Romano has now revealed the specifics of Semenyo's summer release clause too. Speaking on his YouTube channel, Romano claimed that the 25-year-old can be signed for just over £50 million in the summer transfer window. That means clubs such as Liverpool will need to weigh up whether to target Semenyo in January and pay a £15 million premium or pursue a cut-price deal at the end of the season. Given the level of interest in the forward, however, it may not be as simple as waiting until the summer to trigger the reduced release clause. Man City, Man United and Tottenham are all known suitors, and they are unlikely to be alone in their interest, particularly with the knowledge of Semenyo's availability. It will not be lost of those seeking attacking reinforcements that only Erling Haaland, 15, has more goal involvements in the Premier League so far this season. Semenyo has scored 6 goals and assisted 3 in 11 league appearances, and his ability to play in any position across the forward line adds to the attraction. That is certainly the case for Liverpool, who are seeking a long-term successor to Mohamed Salah, as well as further competition for Cody Gakpo on the left flank. Now, Arne Slot has declared a January centre-back signing is the last thing on his mind, though that mightn't be the case for sporting director Richard Hughes. Liverpool were expected to add 2 centre-backs during the summer transfer window, only for Mark Guehi's signing to collapse at the last hour on deadline day. With the England international a free agent in the summer, it remains to be seen if Liverpool return with a bid in January to address their shortage in the position following Giovanni Leone's injury. Virgil van Dijk, Ibrahima Konate and Joe Gomez are the only specialist options, while Ryan Gravenberch, Wataru Endo and Andy Robertson can fill the void if needed. With Liverpool's need no secret, Slot could not avoid a question on how likely the club are to bring in a centre-back in January during his press conference, whether it be Guehi or someone else. This was one of the questions I didn't expect talking about signings in the winter, Slot started. I think there are so many games to be played before that, and the position we are in, it's the last thing that's on my mind, maybe not for Richard Hughes. But it's the last thing on my mind, it's not a topic at all for me at the moment. We have in this moment of time 3 centre-backs with Joe Gomez included, of course. Maybe Ryan Gravenberch and Wataru can play in that position, so maybe you are not aware of it, but we have other positions at the moment which are a bit more of an issue. Liverpool need further depth at centre-back with 6 months of the season still to play, but as Slot alluded to, it is not the only position in need of attention. After announcing Conor Bradley returned from the international break with a muscle injury that will keep him out of the next 7 games, he is without a specialist right-back. With Jeremy Frimpong still sidelined with a hamstring injury, Slot conceded that players will have to play in positions they usually don't over the next 3 weeks at least. Gomez, Curtis Jones and Dominic Szoboszlai were all name-checked by the head coach as options moving forward, but Calvin Ramsey may also come into consideration. In other news,
Ibrahima Konate's Liverpool future is becoming an increasingly contentious talking point as the defender edges towards the final months of his contract. The centre-back is out of contract at the end of the season, and, as things stand, there is real uncertainty over whether he will commit to fresh terms or walk away for nothing in the summer. That uncertainty only intensified following Liverpool's 3-0 defeat to Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium. Konate's display came under heavy scrutiny from supporters, with many expressing frustration at what they saw as a lack of composure and reliability on a big stage. The reaction has fueled wider concerns that his head may already be elsewhere amid growing speculation about his future. The 26-year-old is eligible to negotiate a pre-contract agreement with clubs outside England from January onwards, and interest from Real Madrid has gathered pace in recent months. The Spanish giants have already shown a willingness to swoop for top Liverpool talent, having tempted Trent Alexander-Arnold to the Bernabeu during the summer once his Anfield contract expired. That move caused significant anger among the fan base, and there is now a real fear of history repeating itself. Former Manchester City financial advisor Stefan Borson has warned that Liverpool could face a major financial hit if Konate is allowed to leave for free. On any basis, even if he's out of form, he's worth £50 million, he said. So you do your best to try and get him on a contract so that you can then sell him on or keep him. Liverpool recruited Konate from RB Leipzig in 2021 after activating his £36 million release clause, and losing him without a transfer fee would be a major setback both competitively and economically. Borson believes the club will continue trying to secure an extension right up until the final stages, but he admits the situation feels ominous. I'm sure they are offering him a contract. I'm sure they'll continue offering him a contract all the way through to the end of his deal. But it does seem like he's probably going to go, especially if he's got an offer, he said. He added that the decisive moment may arrive shortly after the new year. If that offer is crystallized in January, as we know it can be to go abroad, then that'll be the end of that. It's likely he'll go on a free transfer now. When you get to this stage, and with the noise, it feels like he's going to go. It's disappointing for Liverpool. Liverpool are believed to be stepping up their preparations in case no agreement is reached, with recruitment discussions accelerating behind the scenes. The possibility of needing a long-term replacement is becoming increasingly real, and Borson believes external forces are worsening the challenge. To be honest, I think the way Real Madrid are throwing their power around in the market, even against teams like Liverpool, is a challenge for these clubs because it is disrupting contract negotiations, he said. If Real Madrid put that player in their sights, you do have a big problem no matter who you are. He added that the financial impact of losing elite players for nothing creates a huge imbalance. It's tens of millions of pounds the difference between Konate or Alexander-Arnold signing the contract and not signing the contract each time. Despite the uncertainty surrounding his future, Konate has remained a regular starter under Arne Slot, beginning all 16 of his appearances so far this season. Liverpool, however, sit 8th in the Premier League table, and the unresolved contract situation only adds another layer of complexity to an already challenging campaign.
But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.